Okay, these are just two recordings that I've done where I've been speaking to a couple of Muslims, and basically it's about the story in Surah 18, which is about Dhu al-Qarnayn, and it's to do with where the sun sets. So if you listen to the two recordings, and basically what I'd say is just make up your mind about what you think about whether the story that's in the Quran is actually the truth or it's not. But of course, both of them would try to say that there's no mistakes in the Quran. But essentially, I've just done these recordings so that you can make up your own mind. I'm not really going to go on about them too much. So just listen to what these two Muslims say and just compare what they say, and maybe try and sort of think about why what they're saying, each of them says, is so different. Okay, so here comes the recording. So this is Surah 1883. Yeah. 83? Yeah. Yeah, so they asked thee concerning Dhu al-Qarnayn, saying, I will rehearse to you something of his story. Verily, we established his power on earth, and we gave him the ways and the means to all ends. Yeah. One such way he followed, until when he reached the setting of the sun, he found it set in a spring of murky water. Near it he found a people who said, O Dhu al-Qarnayn, thou hast authority, either to punish them or to treat them with kindness. He said, whoever doth wrong, him shall we punish. Then shall he be sent back to his Lord, and he will punish him with the punishment unheard of before. But whoever believes and works righteousness, he shall have a goodly reward, and easy will be his task as we order it by our command. It continues. Then followed he another way, until when he came to the rising of the sun, he found it rising on a people for whom
he's talking about tribes.
Yeah, let me finish. We found it rising on a people for whom we had provided no covering protection against the sun. He left them as they were. We completely understood what was before him. Okay, well, I suppose you could leave it there because he's talking. So, what I'm wondering is, when he says the setting of the sun, where is that?
The setting of the sun.
Yeah.
That is where the sun rises. Where is set?
And where is that?
It starts from the east, then it sets on the west.
Okay, so basically, the place where it sets is a spring of murky water. The place that it sets is a spring of murky water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When the sun starts from somewhere, the east, then it sets on the west.
Right, and so where it goes down in the west is a spring of murky water.
I don't know where he said, but he just said it rises in London.
Yeah.
The sun rises in London, it rises from somewhere, and it will set to somewhere.
Right, okay, so is this a true story?
Yeah, it is. If it's not, it will not be the point.
Alright, so then where is the spring of murky water? Where is the spring of murky water?
Where was that?
Where is it?
Where is it now?
Yeah, because this is the truth. So where is the
Where
spring
is it
of
now?
Yeah.
You will find it around there, around the Arabia Peninsula and the Israelite side. That's where you can find them.
And what's it called?
I don't know what it's called, but what I'm saying to you, what did I explain here is about the nation. The nation, what is the video? About the nation.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, but you say this is the truth from Allah. So when he says a spring of murky water, that means that exists. And it's a physical place. Right.
I've not been there.
So basically, so if we go to this spring of murky water, we will find a people who we can speak to.
Who we can speak to there?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, I don't know.
Right, but basically,
many nations have been destroyed before Prophet Muhammad came. Many nations have been destroyed before Prophet Muhammad came.
Right.
People like Sodom and Gomorrah, you want to go there to go and find out about them, you can't find them there. They were destroyed.
Right.
Which were there in Genesis chapter 19. They were destroyed.
So now, does the sun set in a spring of murky water? Is that where the sun sets now?
It doesn't set. No, it's like the sun coming from here and it went to set down here.
Right.
Not in the water.
Okay, so
maybe the water was there.
So what you described there is different from what it says here. So the way it sets now is different from here.
Yeah.
The way it said then.
No, the way it sets now.
The way it said now. How does it set now?
Well, it goes down over the horizon.
That's what I'm saying. No. It rises from somewhere from the east. Then it goes to set at the west.
Yeah.
Let me give you one of the chapter.
Right.
Where was Islam
Where
then before Islam evolved? Yeah, but evolved. Without Africa? No.
Surah Al-Rahman.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on the same page. Yeah, perfect. He didn't reach
I have to go now. After the, I have to go then wait. Are you free tomorrow?
No, it really just has to be next week.
Next
No,
week,
because I've got work to do.
Next week what? Next week what?
Well, if I mean, I was down here from 3:30. No, was it? No, I was here from 2:30 actually. But you turned up
The
late.
Lord of the two east, places east where the sun rise, places of the sunrise during the early summer and the winter time where they rise, and the Lord of the two west, places of the sun during the early summer and the early winter.
Right.
So they set from the east, they went to the west to set. They rise from the east, they went to the set. There might be a spring of water there. That is why it's revealed in the Quran.
Yeah, but it does here say in a spring of murky water. So that's
You went to set down at that place. Then what do you want to do about it? What do you want to say about it? What do you want to bring out of that?
no.
We all
What?
know that the sun rises from somewhere and it sets to somewhere. We all know that. In London we live in today, we know it rises from the east and it sets on the west.
Right, but no, but it's just the
Wherever
fact.
you go in the world.
No, it's just the fact that Allah said that this Dhul Qarnayn.
The only thing now is
No, man.
I have more time and my wife is calling me. I have to take care of something.
all right.
Maybe when should we see again? She called me 3 times. When should we meet here again? She called me 3 times.
Well, it has to be next week because I've got
Next
quite.
week.
Huh?
Next week what?
What you mean?
Next week
What time you
Which
mean?
days, yeah.
Oh no, just Saturday again.
Saturday.
Yeah, because I've got work all through the week.
Are you going to tell them that I'll phone him?
Come on.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him on the phone.
Yeah.
The rest of the... I know you have any question regarding the Quran you want to have.
Yeah, well, they're various ones, but some are, you could say, probably easier for you to explain than others.
You're trying to
Look, the one I'm talking about, why are we trying to find out that where the sun sets, where the sun rises? We all know. If you have the scientists, they will tell you the sun rises from the east and it sets on the west.
No.
Yeah, but if Allah says someone that it's in a spring of murky water, you'd think that's exactly where it would set.
Yeah.
Right, so that means we should be able to find the spring of murky water.
Yeah, if you try to make a research on it, you can find it. If you try to make a research on that, you can find it.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, if the sun's going down, I mean, this is reality. If the sun's going down and you're riding towards it, will you actually get to where it sets in the ground?
Yeah, if you can do that, you can make
No,
a research on that.
Are you saying that's possible?
Sorry?
Are you saying that's possible?
Yeah, try it. Try to make a research on that.
Yeah, but
Before
already.
you can make a conclusion on that, you have to make a research.
But already.
About sunset.
If you are making, look at this one. Look at this.
No salvation.
Quran chapter 41.
No, sunset is
No
time.
salvation in sunset.
No, it's time period. Sunset to sunset.
Quran 41.
When the sun go down, innit? And it turned out.
Quran 41, verse 37.
You know, like you divide the day from the night.
the last
sunset.
one. I'll speak to you on the phone.
Yeah, no,
I have
that's
to go
good.
now.
That's good. No, that's fine.
Verse
No, I'm
37.
not talking to you, man. Just talk to him. That's fine.
37.
We can talk another time.
It's a big fight here.
No. We're trying to dialogue as the Bible says.
Yes,
So
I
let
know.
us listen together. We try to listen
Good?
together.
Yes. All right, sir. Where's the Bible here? This is too correct.
So, Quran is wrong because it doesn't agree with Bible. Okay, so Hindus can come to you and they say you rejecting their scripture, so you are wrong because you are against Hindus. So if everybody is judged by the own,
understand.
now you need to show
Let me understand what you're
you need
saying.
to show me the error in the Quran.
First, let me understand.
I'll show you. You want to see the
Yeah,
error?
yeah,
Let me understand. He's going to show. Wait, my friend, listen. My friend is going to show you the error. Wait.
What Quran give us that falsification test. It says if this book is from anybody other than Allah, there's bound to be contradictions in it. That's a falsification test of the Quran. So does Bible also say that. Bible also say that in Matthew chapter 24 verse 35, the God word will not pass away. Meaning God.
Good.
Yeah.
Same for the Ten
but it does
Commandments.
pass, but it
The
does-
Ten-
but
hear
it
what I
does
just
pass.
said.
Yes.
The Ten Commandments do not pass away.
Yeah. No, God's
friend is gonna
word.
read.
So you telling only 10 commandments are the power, God's word? The rest of it is not a God's word? That's what he's saying that?
We're telling you the
He's
main.
telling you
the
God's
main-
word.
the
You going
main-
to
no,
it
the
doesn't say
main
10 commandments.
ingredient, the
Okay,
main
okay,
ingredient.
okay. He's going
My friend is
to.
reading.
So we
friend is
agree.
reading.
We agree the Bible has
My friend is
error.
reading. My friend is reading.
Yes,
My friend is reading.
yes,
You,
yes.
you listening?
I am listening now.
All right. This is Surah 18,
Yes.
verse 83.
About the sun.
Yeah.
Talking about the sun.
Yeah.
Okay. What does it say about it?
They asked thee concerning Dul Qarnayn.
Yes.
Say, I will rehearse to you something of his story.
Right.
Verily, we established his power on earth, and we gave him the ways and means to all ends.
Yeah.
One such way he followed until when he reached the setting of the sun,
Yeah.
he found it set in a spring of murky water.
Right.
Near it, he found a people who said, "O Dul Qarnayn, thou hast authority either to punish them or to treat them with kindness." He said, "Whoever does wrong, him shall we punish. Then shall we be sent back to his Lord, and he will punish him with the punishment."
I think you
of
made
heaven."
your point. Well,
Yeah.
your point was sun was setting in the murky water.
Yeah.
So, one minute.
No, let him finish.
Sister, don't go
Let
to the
him
Bible. Why you
finish.
go to the Bible? No, the question is the Quran. If the Bible is wrong, we have to defend the Quran. So why you go to the Bible? No, we are not going to the Bible. We are not going to the Bible. We're going to defend the Quran. We don't. Now put your question to everybody what Quran's mistake is. What Quran's error is.
He says,
Make it in simple language. What the Quran's error is.
so Dul Qarnayn, he found the setting. He went to the setting of the sun and found it set in a spring of murky water.
Or I make it easy. He's saying that the Quran is saying, Allah is saying the sun is setting in the murky water. Okay, Allah is not saying that. What Allah is saying? I tell you what he said. Brother, listen. Brother, you have to listen. Brother, this is a very childish behavior. Very childish behavior. When I say that, I'm going to back it up. What Allah is saying is, brother, what Allah is saying is, when Zulkarnain reached the setting of the sun, place of setting of the sun, he found it setting in the murky water. What he say? He found it. Allah never say sun setting in the murky water. He say he found it. For example, when I'm standing here by the sunset, I'll found the sun setting behind the trees.
Okay, all right.
What that means? That is my understanding.
Understand.
So what I'm seeing is, Allah never say the sun setting in the murky water. He say he found it. So when he saw it, he found it. For example, you found something easy, same thing I found it difficult. It's our own interpretation, our own understanding of the thing. That's what Allah is saying, that he found it, not that he said
I
it.
just quote you from John. You said that it was just a quotation. Who is John? How can you interpret that for me?
Can I answer?
Yeah.
Can I answer that?
Yes, sir.
What my question was, I said John saying that, not Jesus.
But you are saying this, not
No.
Yes, you're like
Allah saying it. Allah saying
contradict yourself.
Where? How?
You told us that
Yeah,
we
you're
couldn't
being
go
like
from
John.
John because it
You're-
wasn't
you're-
John word.
you're
You're
being-
now explaining to my colleague what kind of...
If you allow me. Every time I speak, somebody else starts speaking. When I say that this is the John's word, how you trust it? He said, I trust my Bible. Then I ask you a question, do you believe there is an error in the Bible? You say no. He said no. He said yes, there are errors in the Bible. Yeah, he did. So what I'm saying is, when you know there are errors in the Bible, how can you trust every single word? On the other hand, on the contrary, Quran has not a single error. So that's why we live. Now this is not an error. This is not an error. Allah is telling us, since He's our brother, since He is our Lord, He can see exactly what you're seeing right now. Sorry about that. He can see through everybody because He's our Lord. He has a knowledge of everything. So He can see what he was perceiving, what Zulkarnain was perceiving. He found the sun setting in the murky water, like you're standing by the seaside. You see the sun getting into the water.
All right.
So that's what he saw. Allah never say sun was setting in the murky water. Then there will be error. So this is not a contradiction.
Okay, I'll ask you one question. That explanation you just gave, is that the same one Muhammad gave?
Like what?
As you just explained
Let's
it,
see what
did
Muhammad.
Muhammad explained
Let's
it?
see what I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
You're talking about the hadith of Abu Dhar. Abu Dhar hadith, yeah?
Right.
Now this hadith has been narrated by 3 people. This hadith has been narrated by 3 people. Same hadith. You know hadith, sometimes different companions. Now one of them says that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told, do you know where the sun sets? He said Allah and His Messenger knows best. He says sun set in the pool of murky water. One hadith. The same hadith, 2 others narrate what they say. Do you know where the sun sets? He say Allah and His Messenger know best. He say the sun set under the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Didn't say murky water.
The Bible cannot be trusted.
No. What Bible?
Quran
No, we talk about hadith here.
Because it's two different.
Hadith.
It's two different commentary.
Hadith.
In the Quran of
No, hadith we're talking about. Quran, no. Quran just simply made a statement what he found. But hadiths are different. And we never say, brother, we never say hadiths are perfect. We never say hadiths are perfect. Quran is perfect. Brother, our textbook is the Quran, not the hadith. So hadiths, I give you, there are two different commentaries. And one of them says in this murky water, two of them say that no, if he doesn't know that. Two of them they say it goes under the throne of Allah. If you don't know that, I can show you.
Yeah, okay.
I can show you that.
So what you're saying is the throne of Allah is in this reality.
No.
But the sun is in this reality. So if
Yeah,
it sets, that means Allah's throne is in this reality.
But sun is in the end where it's going to go. It's talking about eventually. Eventually. No, the hadith. Hadith saying that. Hadith eventually is going to go under the throne of Allah.
So that means that hadith is not talking about this verse. This verse isn't talking about at the end. This verse is talking about now.
Hadith is just saying, Hadith is not talking about this verse. Hadith never say this is the interpretation of this verse. Read the Hadith, he never said, I'm interpreting chapter 18 and that. No, he just merely telling where the sun going to go set. And that's what we believe, sun is heading to, the apex, what they call it. Where the scientists are telling us sun is heading to one direction.
What does it give any direction?
Huh?
It's a muddy pool of water could be north, east, south, or west.
You can use
The muddy water
No, you
could be
can-
north, east, south, west.
No.
Also, if you trust someone who thought that the sun actually set in a pool of water to write the Quran, to write a bit of the
Allah
Quran.
is not saying that. I'm telling you. Allah didn't say that. When he reached the place,
Who wrote it?
Who wrote it?
He's telling you a story. He's telling you a story. Like me, and now I'm telling you are here. I'm telling you a story about a man. He walked in and he go there.
And he reached the
He
place.
didn't say, I'm telling you the sun set here.
He doesn't say. He said he found it. He found it. He perceived it. He found it.
Okay.
Huh?
More than sunset.
What's that?
More than sunset.
Context is that the Zulkarnain was a king. He was conquering places. He reached one place, and when he reached that place, he found sun setting in the murky water. Basically, the sunset time. That happened every day. It never says sun was setting. It says he found it. That's a very important point. He found it, meaning he perceived it. He found it.
All Muslims will not see the same way as you. All the Muslims will not interpret it just the same way.
Bring any Muslim. Here's a Muslim.
People are not there. You guys
Okay, fair. Have you spoken to Muslims about that? Have you? Okay, tell me the common answer.
No, I can give you the answer.
Tell me the common
I
answer.
spoke to a Muslim yesterday.
What did he say?
I asked him where was the body with the water. He actually said it was on the earth somewhere. I've actually got it recorded. I'll get the recording.
Hang on, did I say, 1 minute, you just saying you spoke to a Muslim and you asked him where's the pool of muddy water?
Yes.
And he says on the earth.
Yeah, and
And
you said,
1 minute, did I say it's not on the earth? Did I say pool of muddy water is not in the earth? Did I say that?
No.
I say pool of muddy water in the earth, and I'm saying he saw it setting in there. He perceived it. I'm not denying it.
right, so then why is this other Muslim, why did he say it actually has a location on the earth?
What rotation? Sun.
No, I asked him where is it. He actually told me it had a location.
Yeah,
So then how comes you're disagreeing?
Brother, I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying there's a pool of muddy water which Zulkarnain reached, and he found his sun setting in there, meaning he perceived it. Like I give you example, I'm going to find the sun setting behind the tree. Is it setting behind the tree? Or does sun ever set? No, it's our perception. Our perception that sun sets. Sun actually doesn't set anywhere. It's our perception. So he found it, he saw it, he perceived it. That's what it is. It's not saying the sun was actually setting it. So you're wrong here.
Over the sunset, over the water, over the anything, Christ is creator. You believe or not?
That's not the point. We talk about. Show me another contradiction. So that is not a contradiction. We just prove it. You believe it or not believe it, that's not a contradiction.
Right, so you're not going to answer why the other Muslim answered it in that way.
Well, I'm agreeing that there's a pool of muddy water on the earth. So what?
So you know where it is?
I don't know where it is, but there's on the earth. So what? There are many pools of muddy water on the earth. So what?
Okay, well, so since it's in the Quran, why don't you show us where it is and then we'll know?
Why do I have to show it? The Quran is not a book of geography, you know that? Quran is not a book of geography. I'm not denying it is somewhere in pool of muddy water.
Right.
So what? It's in the east or in the west, wherever it is, there is a pool of muddy water. So what?
All right,
That doesn't prove anything.
So if you're so confused about this verse, why did Allah put
There's
it?
no confusing. There's no confusing at all.
But it sounds confusing.
No Muslim ever believed the sun set actually in the water. No Muslim ever believed that.
But you just said
and not even a learned scholars of non-Muslims.
You don't believe Christ as a son of God. You don't believe.
No, he's not.
As a God, you don't believe.
Well, according to Bible, there are many sons of God.
Can you believe?
Huh?
Jesus Christ is the creator. Are you believe?
He's a creator.
fair
You know the definition of creator? Creator, who's creator? All-knowing, omnipresent,
Who made?
yeah, omniscient. Yes, that's the definition of
Who
creator.
made
Can
heaven
you
and earth?
create something?
Who made
Can
heaven
you
and
create
earth?
something? Can you create something? Can you create something?
It's not what
Answer. Can you create something? Can you create something? Yes.
Looks like he saved you, though.
Yes.
He saved you from.
It's not saying me. I'm here. You're proving nothing.
What the
You're
what
proving
made?
nothing. You want me to tell you where exactly the Mudapuli water is?
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with it. Wherever it is, so
You are
what?
talking about
Right.
innovation.
So wherever it is.
So what you're saying is that this story, is it real or is it a myth?
Well, it's definitely real. It's not a myth. Of course, it's a real story.
Bible
Okay,
says.
so then your
Genesis 26. If you have read,
people who teach you, they should, since it's in the Quran, they should tell you where it is.
No, that is my own research if I want to, but that is nothing to do with my theology of Quran or understanding the Quran. I don't have to know where the pool of muddy water is because the sunset every day in the sea or wherever. So this is not important for us where was the pool of muddy water. Because pool of muddy water is not important at all in that story. It's not. He's just telling he reached a place and it was a pool of muddy water and he saw sun, he found sun setting in the pool of muddy water. So it's nothing to do for us to find out where the pool of muddy water is. What has to do with it?
Well, that's easy.
Why?
If you find the pool of muddy water and you see the sun setting in it, and you know 100% the Quran
That's
is
you
true.
have to find it. You have to show, okay, I found pool of muddy water and sun doesn't set there.
Alright, so I want to become a Muslim. So I find this verse and I say, I want to become a Muslim. So if they could show me where the spring of muddy water is,
Do your own research. Well, you can ask some scholar. I don't know. I don't know where the pool is.
so
No,
you're
but
going to throw my question
no,
away.
I'm not. No, ask some scholar who know where exactly the location of these places. But the whole point of this verse is not about the location. Many times Allah says Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went there. He had a war. He went done a battle. So we don't go, tell me where exactly the battle was. I need to see exactly the place. I want to find out. Moses went to the mountain to see that. I don't have to say, I need to see the mountain. If I don't see the mountain, I'm not going to believe in the Quran. No. You have to show us there is no. Now, what you're supposed to do, you have to prove there is no single pool of muddy water in the earth. So Quran is wrong. There is no single pool of muddy water in the earth. So Quran is talking nonsense. So, since if you prove that, then you are right. Because I'm saying there are many pools of muddy water.
No, but I think you don't realize what it's saying. It's saying the sun setting in the pool.
No, it is not saying that. You say he found it.
Yeah.
He found it, meaning he perceived it. Like I give you an example. I found sun setting behind the trees. That doesn't mean he's setting there. Because I saw it, I perceived it. That's what he's talking about. But you ignoring the fact they say he found it. It's not saying that it was setting. It doesn't say.
So when he says in, does he say in the Arabic or something else?
I'm not an Arabic speaking person, but it says in, so it's so in. Yes.
Yeah, that in is different from over. If something goes over a pool, it disappears behind the horizon. If it goes in the pool, you see it actually go in.
Yeah, but when we go to the seas, what do you perceive? We see sun setting inside the water, in the sea. That is our perception. That's Allah saying that. He found it setting in. Not Allah saying that sun was setting in the pool of muddy water.
Right.
It's a perception. In perception, I see sun setting behind the trees. Yeah. It's not really behind the trees. It's on the other. It's not actually even setting. It's a perception.
Well, here's an easy one. If you're going across a landscape and the sun is going down, do you ever get to where it is on the horizon?
Yeah, the same way. If we were up on the other side of the pool of spring water, he found it was not.
Right.
Simple answer.
Okay, so basically, the pool. You're saying the pool was all the way on the horizon somewhere.
Well, we believe. Many people say we believe it was the ocean. Some people say maybe that Muslim who told you that he say it was actually the look for Allah. Even like when he say cross the pond. From UK, America just crossed the pond. It's not
Yeah.
really a pond, it's a sea, big ocean. So when Allah is saying a pool, it's not necessarily a pool. It might be a Mediterranean Sea when he reached. Yeah, maybe he reached Atlantic. Who knows? It was the ocean. Yeah, or maybe the temperature of the ocean was warm. So in the language of Allah, Allah is saying a pool of muddy water. So that's what he perceived. He saw it. So this is what it means. It doesn't mean a small pool. It could be an ocean. But where he reached, he found it.
So you found a pool. You found an ocean that looks like a pool. I mean, in the Arabic, does it say pool or ocean? Or spring of murky water? Sorry.
Then to forgive you, I must kill my son.
I can ask. He's the Arabic speaking person. Brother, brother, 1 second. What's the word for pool here in Arabic?
Spring.
Pool. What's the word of pool?
Are you Christian?
A pool.
Yeah, no, pool.
Spring.
A spring of murky water. Or it's a spring. Where's the spring? I mean, it means spring, yeah?
Yeah. See, so when since it's a spring, looks like an ocean.
Spring is a water.
Yeah, but it doesn't
No,
look
but
like an
no,
ocean.
hang on a minute. I'm saying that the commentator is saying that. Some commentators say that it was a sea or ocean. Some commentators say that. But neither, no. Neither Hadith say that, neither Quran say that. The man's word is different.
You know, I mean, what mean of word?
Yeah, what it
It
means.
means
He's Arabic.
when you see some volcans in Iraq and in the water,
Yeah.
he do like a leak in the sea.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hot water.
Yeah, hot water. And he have what he have seen. He have seen there. He go with his military. He have seen sea. He stopped. And in sea.
Yeah, some
And
commentators
he
say it's a
see
sea.
like one small island, one island there have this volcan erupting, okay, and he saying to you what I have seen. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's what Quran says. That's what he saw.
Alright, so after all of
So it
this,
doesn't matter what size, what it is. Was it sea or was it small? But whatever he can see, he couldn't see anything further than that.
okay, so the impression I'm getting now is that you've come up with this description, and well, thank you for finding the hadith because I didn't have to go
There
look for
are
it.
three of these.
Yeah, but you said one more, Muhammad said that.
One, so two others say that it's not. And
Right.
the Muhaddis, those who are expert in hadith, they say the chain of narration in the one is weak. The other two are stronger.
Right.
So that's what they say. But what we're saying that hadith is not a word of God. Hadith can have errors in it. But Quran has no error in it. Nowhere Allah says in the Quran or that Allah will protect the hadith. Allah says in the Quran, we have revealed it and we are going to be the guard of it. So we do not take responsibility of our hadith. They are hadith, they are weak, they are in the middle and they are authentic. So we can't, if any hadith goes against Quran, we reject the hadith.